restricted. In late 2020, the proceedings began for a second lawsuit, coming from the same guys that won the previous one, attempting to take Brian's other accounts as he predicted they would do. Specifically, the proceedings began on September 15th, and this matters because in order to stifle the court proceedings, he left the U.S. altogether on September 20th, which was easy to do since Holly was a British citizen. Then, Brian claimed he left the country a day prior to the lawsuit first being filed, which would create complications if it weren't for the fact that they quickly found out that the file he submitted as evidence of his departure on the 14th was and it doesn't seem he addressed this at all since Brian just went on to claim this strategy of moving all of his assets to Holly didn't hold up though, as the judge ruled in favor of the defendants and gave them Brian's other interesting hub, while also Wildcraft and Premium which were never used. But even then, they didn't stop. There's a court document indicating that Brian and Holly started abusing copyright rights. They were going to sue Google over copyright infringement in the United Kingdom and threatened plaintiffs with physical harm, which led YouTube to decide to take down all of Brian's accounts. Since then, Brian has filed an appeal, and a number of channels popped up on YouTube that are suspiciously similar to people with a very similar sounding voice actor for the character. Eventually, Brian confirmed his association to these channels via posts to the forums and emails he sent from one of the channels. He's also occasionally made phone calls to the channels to voice his dissatisfaction with their conduct.
When I get my hands on your neck, I'm gonna squeeze it like that. You understand me?
Brian, why are you talking to me like this?
Eventually, he even attempted to swat one of the claimants. The police reported on Richard but not least, I'd like to mention a little wrinkle to the story I haven't seen talked about, but here's a clip of Holly stating her date of birth.
What's your date of birth?
My date of birth is the 27th of October 1999.
And here's Megan saying when she first heard of Holly.
When did you first hear the name Holly?
I actually heard it back in 2010 when I met Brian through his Life in a Tent channel. She had an account that she commented on his videos, and
something's wrong with this picture. I'm not some kind of person, but unless Megan is off by 70 years, or Holly was mistaken about her own birthday, Brian was exchanging messages with a 11-year-old Holly or something. Make of this what you will, but it certainly sounds very strange. Sneeko, real name Nico, started YouTube in 2013. Doing basic commentaries over even early on, there was a distinct tendency towards speaking about
feminist, and for some reason that means I'm against gender equality. Whenever I tell people that I don't consider myself a feminist, I get the same response. Feminism is for both genders. One, if that was true, it would be called feminism. It's already hypocritical in the title. That's like saying white supremacy is for the advancement of all races.
His content didn't really go anywhere at the time, and his first real chance at exposure came in 2014 by means of the opportunity to read a letter from Institute for a video. However, he found the quality subpar and decided against using it. This upset Sneeko, who went on to release a video over it, though it was privated shortly after. Sneeko's contention was that Keemstar never really gave him a chance, and based on the conversation, they eventually had a live stream podcast.
He went and started messaging me every day. Part of me knew you were going to fail, going in, to be honest. I just wanted a reason to call you a loser, and now I have it.
How was he supposed to pass that test?
But I mean, is there a possibility that he would have done a good job? Is there a possibility?
Who determines it? That's
Me, motherfucker! I'm the gone person that
You wouldn't know. You didn't watch it. However unfair a situation he found himself in with Keemstar, he was given a much fairer shot by someone else you might have heard of, Mr. Beast. At the time, both Sneeko and Mr. Beast were he offered Sneeko a job, jumping on the opportunity, hearing one of Mr. Beast's videos released in 2018, where they built a fake Legos. The video did very well, but Sneeko wasn't very happy with was too commercial and sanitized for it. Eventually, this dissatisfaction went over into an expose of Mr. Beast, significantly less justified than one of his. Unsurprisingly, he was fired for doing this. Eventually came to a foolish decision. And a few years after that, he was showing gratitude to Mr. Beast on how to succeed on YouTube. Sneeko continued on YouTube for a while, and while his content wasn't yet profitable enough to sustain him, he worked quickly as a model for Nike. He later came to regret this as well, but fortunately for him, he no longer had tried to do this kind of work, since by the end of 2018, Sneako released what became his most successful video to date. The video was pretty simple. He interviewed people on the street, asking questions such as, is it okay for a white person to say the N-word, or would you say the N-word for $1?
Can white people say the N-word?
Hell no.
No, they can't.
Because they can't.
This got over top of and it set the tone for what kind of content Sneako was going to make going forward. With the newfound popularity, Sneako began posting all kinds of videos, including vlogs and political content. And this is what most people remember him for. These vlogs had good direction and photography, especially for YouTube standards, and featured music quite prominently, which made the content very unique and recognizable. He also tried his hand at stand-up comedy, but it wasn't nearly as successful as his YouTube stuff. Which was soon followed by a new series called the 1 Minute Podcast. This series took the format of Steven Brown's Change My Mind videos and made it so that each video in it, with multiple topics being covered in just one.
Where do we go when we die?
Here we go.
I think we just listen to
Especially with the frequent cuts to keep the video very dynamic, and was already becoming very successful and was well described. However, was reaching a halt when the pandemic began, making it impossible for the videos to be made. The momentum he had garnered was but even then, Sneako could have easily maintained some of it if he tried to. He'd more than proven himself capable of coming up with good ideas for videos. However, he decided against any good idea he had. Praised the movie Cuties, a French movie that actualized
I even tweeted like Cuties is open. This was a pretty good movie. And everybody will comment. Oh, we're following you. This is the limit, Sneako. This is the limit. I can guarantee you. None of you saw this. How do you criticize a movie that you didn't see?
His claim was that the movie's marketing was just clickbait and that the movie itself wasn't appealing at all. Now, I'm not a movie critic, nor have I watched the movie, but I don't think anyone should, since merely checking the parent guide on IMDb for it tells you it features frequent zoomed-in shots of preteen girls as they dance suggestively. Even if the movie was documenting how that stuff exists, explicitly showing it is still wrong in my mind. Additionally, it's easy to glean from any synopsis of the movie that the plot consists of a girl with a strict Muslim mom who finds liberation in sexual dancing. It's pretty indefensible, and his audience definitely opposed it. Around the same time, he broke up with his long-distance girlfriend after he had cheated on her, prompting D'Angelo Wallace, a fellow YouTuber, to say, Sneako's made for the streets. Now, given what Sneako did, you probably expect him to exercise a little bit of humility. I mean, he did basically talk about what he did publicly to everyone, right? But instead, in response, Sneako made a half-hour roast reacting to a documentary. While he didn't suffer a loss of reputation or audience, it was clear from his video that Sneako was embarrassed about him having cheated and reacted way out of proportion to D'Angelo's comments. Soon after, Sneako, transitioned into streaming and purpose to sell it. This coincided with the extreme popularity of which Sneako latched onto hard. Basically, Kate was doing everything Sneako wanted to do, which was to get an insane amount of views by the viewers of his channel probably remember his original personality. It was very different from how he eventually became. Even if some elements stayed the same, he became much more aggressive and talked much less about how self-conscious he was, and to be a successful alpha male YouTuber. With the rise of internet on social media, Sneako once again transformed into a state light streamer, parodying many of his talking points. However, even if he truly began to believe the things he was saying, they were a far cry from the guy he was just a few months prior, who, for example, thought gay guitar words about trans people and the first took a girl to a party and watched someone.
Since I get 5% off every day with the Milo's Rewards credit card, we could get it today. No waiting for a sale.
Wait, we could have gotten this yesterday at 5% off? Or the day before that? Or the day that it broke?
He broke it.
Milo's Rewards credit card helps you save 5% every day. Apply today.
Yeah, I saw like literally, can't be no girl. Imagine seeing the girl you love, like, get.
Evidently, this wasn't some extraordinary act of betrayal, but something Sneako agreed to in order to an open relationship. Later on, he tried to downplay this traumatic experience and qualify that he was also performing for the life with the girlfriend of the guy who cucked him, but no matter how much he openly joked about it, it simply didn't jive well with the new identity he had taken up, making him a laughing stock for his own audience. Sometime later, a YouTuber named Brandon Buckingham messaged him and invited him to do a boxing match. By the time the influencer boxing opportunity back. Without Brandon, Sneeko probably would have left since the person was on the company hosting a lot of the events happened to be Keemstar. He still didn't want to work with them, possibly because he still held a little grudge over the whole voice acting thing that he was in return for Brandon having gone out of his way to convince Keemstar to let Sneeko fight in one of the events. Sneeko asked Brandon why he was on him. This made Brandon mad, and he proceeded to joke about one of his boys running a train on Sneeko's ex-girlfriend, essentially making fun of the open relationship. Sneeko, probably the greatest act of cowardice so far, tried to dress this up as if Brandon had threatened to his girlfriend. This eventually led to Brandon making a long expose video about Sneeko. A similar situation took place when Sneeko only for KSI to challenge him to a boxing match.
The all-new Milo's Rewards program is here. Download the app to join, earn, and save today.
Over 1 million subscribers on his Twitter channel, and it was according to him, earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. However, this didn't last very long either, as he made comments about the vaccine and the legitimacy of the 2020 election that got him striked. The final straw was when he said that Chad, a female YouTuber who had criticized him in the past, needed to be known in the total sense by the man, proceeding to mime himself performing the act. The community at large reacted to this by calling for everyone to flag his channel, resulting in his ban by the end of 2022. He moved to London, where he continued his activities, collabing with people like Aiden Ross, and even getting into a conflict with his critical, which was handled swiftly by the latter.
Watch my clips! Watch my clips! You got any clips on watch, you heard? Now the reason he keeps saying watch my clips and rejecting me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see what I'm saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm saying to that guy, this is like the grammar police and he's like, hey imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips. You absolute. It's the same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look stupid here.
As wild as they are, the latest developments in Sneeko's life are just more iterations of the same pattern we've already seen. He temporarily latched onto Kanye when the latter gave him the opportunity to be a part of his election campaign's team, marking a noticeable uptick in controversial political talk. But Sneeko's Muslim life, which many say, with good reason, was influenced by him glazing off of the Tate brothers, who have also promoted Islam in the past. However, this decision led people to recall his cuties controversy, since due to Muhammad's first wife being 9 years old, Sneeko had a very hard time talking about topics like the age of consent.
What do you think the age of consent should be, Sneeko?
Yeah, this is not an important conversation.
No, is this super? You don't think fucking kids are not as an important conversation? What do you think the age of consent should be? If you want to be consistent, you don't think anything of this, just tell us what you think it should be.
I think it should be past, say, at a developed age.
What is a developed age? If you had to set a law for, what would you set it? What would you set it about?
It's a developed age.
No, answer the question. You fucking holy shit! You're such a cowardly.
He suggested he was considering other options multiple times, complaining that the restrictions it places on him are too rigorous, even hinting at a possible conversion to Christianity, which, again, was probably influential to Tate. We can expect at least 5 new acts by the end of the decade, with probably a few religions and role models mixed in there. Tyler, known by most as Monkey Jones, is said to have started on YouTube back in 2007, but the first documented instance of his online activity comes from when he was 15, a now abandoned channel called That Random Cool Guy with just 3 videos, all of which are attacked on another small channel. For a while, he didn't take YouTube too seriously, as he was going to college, eventually majoring in English. But in 2011, he found out that a friend of his named Biggs, and together they started a Let's Play channel called Monkey Show. The name Monkey being a combination of human and, of course, monkey. They did this for a few years without much success, but eventually in mid-2014, Tyler came up with the idea of doing satirical anime reviews. The first 2 episodes were relatively successful, but the third one, a review of an anime called H was the first video that really got people's attention, going viral on Reddit and getting 500,000 views. One of the main reasons it got this big was that Monkey derailed the video entirely to discuss the topic of age of consent, which set the tone for the kind of success, he made an account just for the reviews, which was well timed since not long after, Monkey and Biggs had a falling out, causing the latter to delete the channel out of spite. He began dedicating all of his time to the reviews, which is when he first introduced the monkey mask, which became a staple of his channel. But the first sign of trouble came when Monkey was using anime Pokemon, which is infamous for criticizing the feminization of extremely underage boys and featuring explicit imagery of them. Monkey got 2 strikes for sexual imagery, prompting him to make yet another channel, just called Monkey Jones. The reviews that moved into the new account with heavy censorship to prevent any further issues. All he began expanding the scope of the content to more general topics, reviewing the Bible, Cory in the House, and a bunch bunch of other non-anime work. Became a part of the Procrastinators podcast alongside YouTubers, including his then best online friend, Diggy. The podcast was much louder in tone than his usual content, being centered around nerdy topics in general, and in particular focused on comics. However, as Diggy eventually revealed, Monkey maintained a friendship with several trolls. Not the kind of troll that doesn't make an objective, but the kind that does it for its own sake because they find flooding comment sections with insults. Despite all members of the podcast associating with these trolls, he ignored them. It soured Monkey's relationship with the rest of the group, leading to him being kicked out. From 2016 to 2017, Monkey was served 2 community podcasts, one of them being for a video of his titled Top 10 Most Recent Methods. The third and final strike was dealt on his video titled Monkey's Declassified Sharia Law Survival Guide, getting the account banned. In a somewhat strange bout of luck, someone called Trusted Flagger went out of their way to contact him on Twitter who had some kind of association with YouTube and could get the ban reversed. Lo and behold, this person was lying and the channel was reinstated. I gotta say though, Monkey definitely didn't fall short. One of the most common elements on his channel around this period was the recurrent theme of none other than the
Introducing our secret weapon, KFC's new original recipe tenders and comeback sauce.
In the house episode, but in May 2016, he posted his first Elliot-centered video, Happy Day of Retribution, and he thanks to the Elliot. 3 months later, he posted a 10-hour-long full reading of Elliot's manifesto, and in August, he released an anime review dedicated to Elliot. Over the course of not only this episode, but multiple others that came after, Monkey went over anything and everything Elliot-related, documenting it in his videos. While it did begin as a attempt at dark humor, it slowly grew into a kind of true crime evaluation of what the crime Elliot committed and how it could have possibly been prevented. Of course, there's a lot of making fun of Elliot for being a psychotic incel who killed people out of jealousy because others killed their own friends and he couldn't. While this video about Diary of a Wimpy Kid was Elliot content became synonymous with Tyler's brand, even being featured on famous cover art. Eventually, he stopped using a mask, and right around the same time, another arc of this channel began as he came across an Indiegogo started by Derek Savage, the creator of the infamous Cool Cats movie. The fundraiser was for a new movie called Cool Cats Stops in School, and seeing the potential for dark humor in it, Monkey reached out to Derek who promised that he could get the role of the shooter if he gave the Indiegogo people a shout out despite his strategy to Indiegogo never met his goal, and Derek was no response, prompting Monkey to encourage his fans to get refunds.
The all-new Milo's Rewards program is here. Download the app to join, earn, and save today.
It wasn't the only controversy he got involved in that year. The last of his videos on the Wimpy Kid Plus was about how Jeff King, the actor, was a sociopath. He then created a GoFundMe